Welcome back to One Piece Anime Review. This is episode number 34, and I'm viewing the 820th episode of the One Piece anime. This episode is called To Sanji, Luffy's Hellbent Dash. And in this episode, there's basically like four different areas basically this episode focuses on. One is Luffy looking for Sanji. Of course, I'm going to get to where Sanji is in a minute. Where he fights sorry about the where he fights one of the brothers that he fought back at episode 811. This is I think it's Kenazia. And he defeats him by choking him. He also beats a bunch of his goons. It's nice the fact they actually brought this character back. I mean, he was an okay character. At least Luffy got a chance to have a rematch with him. Though, and here's something interesting though. He's going to rematch with his brother in the next episode. Yep. And he beats him up. So he's like, "Where?" It's like, "Sanji, Sanji," and he kept asking like, "Where is Sanji?" What took him, and he's knocked him out cold. He didn't kill him per se. It looked like he just knocked out, or at least maybe unconscious. Beats up his goons, and that's really what Luffy. Oh yeah, he also even goes to Gear Second in the episode, which he hasn't done in a while. I would say he hasn't gone to Gear Second since probably, well, it's actually been a while. I think the last time he went back, they did Gear Second was way back episode 811. So yeah, it's been a good 9 episodes since he's gone to Gear 2. Yep, I'm happy the fact he went to Gear 2 because I like the Gear 2, though it just basically have his skin look like it's boiling red. Gear 3rd is him going like bringing giant limbs of his either hand or foot, though it basically shrinks him down for a couple minutes, and then basically he goes back normal. In Gear 4, it's just basically based upon Super Saiyan 4. Yep. This is the research I've done when it comes to this particular form. And in this season, he's gone to it at least twice as far as I can recall. He did it twice against Baron Cracker. Yep. Excuse me. Though he's fighting his brother, Kanekuru, currently in the manga right now. Though in the manga, he's actually not appeared for the past 3 chapters, which I'm like, that's a little odd. Even for a series called One Piece, and the main character is missing for the past few chapters. Yeah. Oh, in case you wondered, there's no new chapter of the manga released this week, which is a little odd. But we just had a break, just 3 weeks back, and now we're doing another break. I guess they want to give a break because it's the first week of the year. Just a theory, but yeah. The other few areas basically where they expand upon stuff is one is it sort of continues where the last episode left off when it comes to Sanji talking to his sister in the infirmary, and it turns out the bracelets he was given way back in what episode was it? He was given. It was a while ago. Let's see. It was. It feels like it's been a while, like a good 20 episodes. Okay, yeah. Way back in episode 794. So he's had these bracelets on now for a good 26 episodes. Oh yeah, and reveal that, nope, they're not explosives. Yeah. Ranju, Sanji's older sister, switched them. So he can take them off anytime he wants to. Which, okay, that's something. I kind of forgot about this little part, but yeah, it's been a little while since I read the chapter manga. Oh, and the chapters this one adapts pages 14 to 17 of chapter 852 and pages 2 through, I think it's 8. I think it's 2 through 9 of 853. So, still going to be a good few episodes before we get to that episode where it's going to adapt that one scene from chapter 856 where Nami and Carrot are seen taking a bath. Yeah, according to what I've heard, they are going to put that scene, they are definitely going to keep that in the actual anime. hmm That's simply put the way it is when it comes to that. There's also two more fights in the episode. One is a fight that actually this fight has been put on hold for the past 4 episodes. Yeah, finally we resumed this fight. The fight between Baron Tamango and Pedro, and at the end of the episode, it looked like Baron Tamango was defeated. Nope, he has a second form. Okay, and he turns into it looks like he ate devil fruit. He ate egg fruit, which allows him to turn different type of birds. And then after he slices up this one, he goes to apparently to a third form where he's now a count. But first he's a baron, then he's a Bonsta. I've never heard of this style before, and then now he's a count. What's next? King? Yeah, he's probably the first character I've seen at several different evolved forms. I mean, does he eventually go back to Form 1 eventually? I'm sure he does because his men know all about his forms. And in the case of Pedro's part of the episode, his part of the episode ends where he reveals, he apparently has a long thing of, a civil barrage thing of dynamite. Yeah, I'm kind of like, he hid that under his clothes the whole time. Okay, and he blows everybody up. And that's last we see of him. As far as I know, he's dead. Yeah, they'll probably reveal his fate in probably a couple episodes. Now, there are 4 characters who appeared in the previous few episodes who actually are absent in this episode, and that is Carrot, Chopper, Nami, and Jinbei. Jinbei is actually referenced a couple times in this episode. And there's one other fight actually happened in this episode, aside from Baron Tamango versus Pedro, Luffy versus this big guy. There's also Big Mom versus Brook. And Brook loses. And after he loses, after getting the crap beaten up, not only by Big Mom's homies, who actually are infused with her own soul, and also she has hard skin, they also decided to strip him down to his underwear, but thank God they didn't take off the underwear. So apparently he wears boxers. Yep, Brook wears boxers that look like swimsuit. Yeah, it looks like a swimsuit, but those are boxers. Yeah, and I'm like, okay. Now, I know for a fact that this part's not true because I remember this particular part of the manga. Now, when they open up the tube where it supposedly has the paper in it, I think he hid it. Yes, I think he hid it or probably switched tubes. He probably took a spare tube with him from that room he was hiding in before any... And from what I know, he did copy the entire poneglyph before Big Mom got into the room. Excuse me. And he managed to also slice up Prometheus, who's a cloud who turns into this big ball of fire. And it's nice the fact that, they finally ended this fight after it had been, put on hold for a couple episodes. Yeah, it's like one of the biggest fights the whole season. Brook versus the main villain of this arc. And it's like, okay, we do it for one episode, we start it, and then we hold it off for several episodes, and then bring it back, and then hold it off for a couple episodes. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why in the world it is for this fight and Pedro versus Baron Tamango. Yeah, I don't really know why, but that's just the way the thing goes when it comes to that. Okay. Let me think. Is there anything else related to this episode? Oh, yeah. Mostly there's no changes per se. A lot of expanding stuff. Like Luffy choking out the bigger brother. The fight between Brook and Big Mom has expanded a lot more, and of course Baron Tamango's second form is seen in this episode. So mostly it's more of expansions, which that's great. Gives the animators more time to sort of not catch up with the manga right now, which as of this episode, they've only fully adapted up to episode 852, which means they're exactly almost 40 chapters behind right now. Yeah, they're actually a little bit behind. Originally they were 37 episodes, but now I think it's 39. Yeah, because the most recent chapter that came out was 890. So currently they're like 39 chapters behind, but since they're about halfway through adapting chapter 853, so they'll probably get back to where they were before, where I think by next week they're probably going to be about 38 chapters behind. Right now it's 39. But I think starting with next week, they're going to go back to 39. Because before it was 37. But the only reason why they're actually not adapting 2 full chapters is because they don't want to catch up with the manga too quickly. And I've spoken to one person thinking that the One Piece anime needs some more filler because it's been a while. The last time the series had filler was at the end of the previous season. Yeah, that was that 3-parter when they went to that marine base to get food. Yeah, that was the last time the series had filler. And yeah, that is something though. The fact that was the last official time that they've actually had filler, because the last several times they had filler, they were tie-ins to the upcoming movies. Yeah, though the last one came out a little over a year ago. And there's that. So, in the case of where the manga's going to go, I have heard that the final arc for the series is going to be Mary Jo's. So, the Straw Hat crew is going to go to the Holy Land. That's going to be interesting. Though I highly doubt they're going to go just that one ship. My personal guess is they're probably going to call in the entire Straw Hat fleet. And they're probably going to come and call up all their friends and probably take down the world government. Where, yeah, because there's a lot of evil people in the government. That's just the way it is when it comes to stuff like that. That's the way how the higher-ups were portrayed. The Navy are portrayed pretty competently. Some of the members are. But there are some admirals and commanders who actually are just plain evil just because they just want it, because they're crooked. And just paid off. That's the way a lot of these admirals are. I mean, all the admirals that have been depicted throughout the entire series, though, it's been a while. I mean, the last time any military people was actually seen was back in Dressrosa. Yeah, that was the last time the Navy was actually seen. Dressrosa. So, it's been a good, as of right now, 2 seasons since we've actually had any people from the Navy make an appearance. I've heard that there's going to be, the next arc is going to be, I think it's going to be Revere. Yeah, though I don't think this is going to last too long, because I have heard that the Wano arc is coming up really soon when it comes to this particular series. But I actually come up with another different idea. Now, there's one character I like to see come back because it's been a while since I've seen her, and that's Boa Hancock. I talked about her for a while. I really want to see his character back. One theory I had, one kind of story idea I had was her being kidnapped. Another one was basically her reading about Luffy's alliance with Law, and she wants to go be with him to sort of basically work with him secretly so she doesn't lose her position as a warlord, probably to help Luffy take down one of the emperors. She probably goes to the New World, finds him, and says, and just volunteers to team up with him, probably just after he just defeats Big Mom. Yeah, that, and another one I really wanted to see, because this type of story has not been seen in a while. And I like to see a crossover between Luffy, the Straw Hat crew, and the Boss Luffy universe. I would love to see that. That would be interesting if they ever get a chance to do that. Because I think there's some people who actually really miss the Boss Luffy stuff, because the last time we had a Boss Luffy episode, I think, was back in season 11. Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a Boss Luffy episode. The last one was a 2-parter. That's when they bring in that universe version of Brook and Thriller Bark with the connection of without Gecko Moria, because when you think of Thriller Bark, you think of Gecko Moria. That's the first person you think of. Yep. So that's really it for this particular review. I kind of forgot I was going to do this one, but I'm doing it anyways. But next one, what the new anime review series is going to be, you'll find that out when I finish the first season of this new anime. It's a surprise for people. I've only told one person online what series I'm watching right now, but you'll find out soon when I finish season 1. I've got 12 episodes left to go of this particular series. Alright? You'll find out in that next video, okay? But until you see my next video, bye.